Imagine a vast earthen serpent, its colossal form uncoiling for nearly a quarter of a mile across the Ohio landscape. It doesn't just lie on the earth, it seems to writhe with some ancient, silent, unknowable purpose. This is the Great Serpent Mound, a breathtaking 348-foot enigma of meticulously shaped earth, consistently rising 3 feet high. But what if this ancient marvel wasn't just the work of human hands? What if its winding curves and precise alignments were a message not meant for us, but for the stars? Picture this: the Native American villagers who vanished long ago, their traces lingering like ghostly whispers in the soil around it, weren't its only creators. What if they were guided, perhaps even compelled, by an intelligence far beyond our world? Could ancient alien architects have had a hand in this, driven by an agenda we're only now beginning to question? Tonight we're peering deep into the shadows of history and the fringes of astounding possibility to ask, who really built Ohio's Great Serpent Mound, and for what incredible, perhaps unearthly purpose? Tucked away in Adams County, Ohio, on a truly unique geological feature known as the Serpent Mound Crater Plateau, this earthwork stands as the largest known serpent-shaped mound on planet Earth. For generations, its quiet grandeur has captivated archaeologists, historians, and anyone drawn to the unexplained. But the monumental question, the one that echoes through the ages, is who built it, and when did they undertake such a colossal task? For many years, mainstream archaeology has pointed to the indigenous peoples of ancient North America. But the debate has been as winding and complex as the serpent itself. For a long time, the Adena culture, thriving from around 800 BC to AD 100, were considered the most likely builders. Archaeologists leaned towards the Adena, partly because their burial mounds were nearby, lending a sort of circumstantial cultural fingerprint to the giant effigy. Imagine these early people, with their own intricate societies and profound spiritual beliefs, shaping the earth with nothing but tools of stone, wood, and bone. The sheer scale of the Serpent Mound, built without any modern machinery, speaks of incredible dedication, a massive community effort, and a deep, driving vision. However, the serpent doesn't surrender its secrets easily. In the 1990s, something threw a significant wrench in the timeline. Radiocarbon dating of charcoal found inside the mound itself revealed dates clustering around AD 1070. This timeline points not to the Adena, but to a later group, the Fort Ancient culture, who inhabited the region from about AD 1000 to 1650. Suddenly, the established narrative fractured. Could the Serpent Mound be a more recent creation, relatively speaking, belonging to an entirely different culture? The Fort Ancient people were skilled farmers, renowned for their village settlements, and crucially, their use of serpent imagery in their art. This later dating seemed to some a more comfortable fit. Intriguingly, this period around AD 1070 coincides with a spectacular celestial event. In AD 1066, Halley's Comet blazed across the heavens. This celestial visitor would have undoubtedly stunned and perhaps terrified ancient peoples across the globe. Could the appearance of this long-tailed star, often interpreted as a serpent in the sky, have inspired the Fort Ancient people to construct this massive earthen serpent, a terrestrial mirror of a cosmic spectacle? It's a fascinating notion, directly linking the mound to the heavens in a very tangible way. Yet the story doesn't stop there. More recent archaeological investigations, employing advanced dating techniques and re-examining older data, suggest a more complex, layered history. Some research, published as recently as 2014 and discussed in later papers, proposes that the initial construction might indeed have been by the Adena culture, perhaps as early as 300 BC. Then, centuries later, the Fort Ancient people might have discovered this existing sacred site, perhaps in disrepair, and rebuilt or enhanced it around that AD 1070 timeframe. This dual period or multi-component construction theory helps to reconcile the seemingly contradictory dating evidence. It suggests the mound was incredibly significant to different cultures across vast stretches of time. Perhaps each group added their own layer of meaning and reverence to an already sacred location. The mystery of its builders deepens further because of a curious lack of direct evidence inside the mound itself. Frederick Ward Putnam, a Harvard archaeologist who conducted groundbreaking excavations in the late 19th century, meticulously searched for artifacts within the serpent's earthen body. He found nothing. No tools, no pottery fragments, no ceremonial objects that could definitively tie the mound's construction to a specific group or offer clues about its immediate use. While surrounding areas, including nearby burial mounds, have yielded artifacts from both Adena and Fort ancient cultures, the serpent itself remains stubbornly empty. It's as if it was intentionally kept pure, or perhaps its secrets were of a different, less tangible nature. This absence of internal artifacts has only amplified the enigma. If it wasn't a burial site, at least not in the conventional sense of containing human remains or grave goods within its primary structure, then what was its purpose? Conventional theories abound, each plausible yet none entirely conclusive. Was it a vast ceremonial site, a focal point for rituals and gatherings celebrating the rhythms of nature and the cosmos? The immense effort poured into its creation suggests a purpose far transcending the mundane. Could it have been a totem, a physical manifestation of a powerful spiritual entity, the Great Serpent, a figure prominent in the beliefs of many Native American cultures, a protector, a deity, or a symbol of primal forces like earth, water, or the underworld? Or perhaps it served as a gigantic astronomical calendar, a device for tracking the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, crucial for agricultural societies and for understanding their place in the universe. The questions just keep multiplying, each potential answer leading to further speculation. The accepted explanations, while grounded in archaeological science, still leave vast spaces for wonder, for the unexplained. And it is in these spaces that more unconventional theories begin to take root, whispering of possibilities that stretch far beyond the known limits of human history. The silence of the Serpent Mound, its staunch refusal to yield all its secrets, is an open invitation to imagine, to question, and to seek explanations that might lie far, far beyond the ordinary. The Great Serpent Mound doesn't just passively occupy the landscape. It appears to interact with the heavens themselves. Its design, far from random, exhibits a sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics that continues to astound researchers. The clearest and most widely accepted alignment is with the sun. The serpent's head, with its open jaws seeming to swallow or disgorge an oval earthwork, points directly towards the setting sun on the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. Imagine standing there centuries ago as the sun, in a blaze of glory, descended precisely into the serpent's awaiting mouth. What a powerful, dramatic spectacle that must have been, undoubtedly imbued with profound spiritual meaning. But the solar connections might not end there. Some researchers propose that various curves and coils of the serpent's body also align with the winter solstice sunrise and the equinoxes, those pivotal points in the solar year that demarcate the changing seasons. If this is accurate, it would transform the mound into an intricate astronomical observatory, a massive, living calendar etched onto the very fabric of the earth. This knowledge was vital for ancient agriculturalists, aiding them in predicting planting and harvesting times. But it also points to a deeper, more profound connection with the cosmos, a desire to map terrestrial life to the rhythms of the sky. Beyond the sun, the moon also seems to play a role in the serpent's celestial ballet. Some researchers have suggested the 7 distinct coils of the serpent's body align with lunar cycles, perhaps tracking the moon's phases or its complex standstills over its 18.6-year cycle. The moon, a potent symbol in many ancient cultures, tied to tides, fertility, and the enigmatic night, would have been a natural partner to the sun in any comprehensive system of cosmic understanding. To integrate both solar and lunar alignments into a single vast earthwork would represent an incredible feat of observation, meticulous planning, and sophisticated engineering. Consider the sheer precision required. These weren't merely casual alignments. To lay out a structure over 1,300 feet long with such unerring accuracy, using only the tools available to ancient cultures, demands an advanced comprehension of geometry, surveying, and of course, long-term astronomical observation. Generations might have passed down observations, refining calculations, long before the first basket of earth was ever moved. Then there's the puzzling enigma of perspective. While the Serpent Mound is undeniably impressive from ground level, its full coherent form, the entire serpent and egg, can only be truly appreciated from a significant altitude. From the ground, you perceive segments, curves, the undulation of the earth. But to grasp the whole picture, the unmistakable image of the great snake, you'd need to be airborne. This has ignited endless speculation. Who was this grand design intended for? If the builders themselves couldn't easily view its entirety, for whom were they orchestrating this monumental spectacle? This best viewed from above characteristic is a recurring theme in many ancient astronaut theories worldwide, from the Nazca lines in Peru to other large-scale geoglyphs. The argument, naturally, is that such features imply observers in the sky. Could the Serpent Mound have been a marker, a signal, or a colossal piece of art intended for beings who traverse the heavens? This is where the narrative begins to pivot from earthly reverence to whispers of otherworldly communication. What's more, some researchers have delved into even more esoteric astronomical connections. Theories exist that the mound's design might correspond to constellations, perhaps even Draco, the dragon or serpent in the northern sky. The star Thuban in Draco served as the pole star approximately 5,000 years ago, a celestial anchor around which the heavens appeared to revolve. While the dating of the Serpent Mound makes a direct link to Thuban as the pole star during its construction less probable based on current mainstream dating theories, the symbolic power of a celestial serpent constellation is undeniable. Could the earthwork be a terrestrial reflection of a cosmic serpent, forging a mystical link between our world and the distant stars? The very location of the mound, on a high plateau overlooking Brush Creek Valley, nestled within an ancient meteor impact crater, adds another profound layer of intrigue. This crypto-explosion structure, a place where the Earth itself was violently reshaped by an impact from space, provides a unique, almost otherworldly setting. Could the ancient builders have recognized the exceptional nature of this spot, a place literally touched by the cosmos, and chosen it specifically for their most sacred and ambitious creation? The ground beneath the serpent is rich in certain minerals, and some have noted unusual magnetic anomalies in the area, with compasses reportedly behaving erratically at times. Were these subtle energies, these geological quirks, part of what attracted the builders to this precise location? And did these anomalies bear any connection to the astronomical alignments they so painstakingly engineered? The complexity of these alignments, the sheer scale of the construction, and the enduring mystery of its aerial perspective all push the boundaries of conventional explanation. While mainstream archaeology maintains that ancient Native American cultures were fully capable of such monumental achievements, and indeed, other earthworks like the Newark earthworks in Ohio demonstrate breathtaking astronomical precision. The sheer audacity and enigma of the Serpent Mound continue to fuel rampant speculation. Were the builders simply astute observers of the natural world, translating their sophisticated understanding of its cycles into this earthen monument? Or were they perhaps benefiting from a knowledge system whose origins are far more mysterious, perhaps even alien? The serpent lies silent, its earthen scales safeguarding the secrets of the sky, daring us to decipher its true, ultimate message. The question of who exactly sculpted the Serpent Mound and what ultimately became of them is as captivating as the mound itself. We speak of the Adena and Fort ancient cultures, distinct peoples separated by centuries, yet both linked by archaeological evidence, however contested, to this sacred site. But these are broad cultural labels, encompassing generations of people, their societies evolving, migrating, and eventually transforming or vanishing from the historical record as distinct entities. What happened to the specific communities, the villages that must have sustained such a gargantuan project? The notion of vanished villagers or lost settlements connected to the Serpent Mound introduces a layer of poignant mystery. While we understand that cultures rise and fall and populations shift over time due to environmental pressures, conflict, or assimilation, the grand scale of the Serpent Mound compels one to wonder about the societal force capable of its construction, and then, seemingly, of fading away, leaving their monumental creation to speak for them. Archaeological evidence reveals village sites and burial mounds nearby, testaments to their lives and deaths. But the intimate story of the Serpent Mound's creators, their daily existence, their specific rituals performed at the mound, the precise meaning they imbued it with, remains largely unwritten, pieced together from scattered fragments. Could their disappearance, or rather the lack of a continuous, clear cultural lineage directly tied to the mound's active ceremonial use into historical times, be an integral part of the larger puzzle? Ancient astronaut theorists often highlight such gaps in the historical record, such lost knowledge or vanished peoples, as potential indicators of external influence or even intervention. Was there a specific event, a catalyst that spurred the construction of the mound and perhaps also led to the eventual dispersal or transformation of its builders? This line of inquiry gains even more traction when we consider the unique geological setting of the Serpent Mound. It's constructed on the edge of what's known as the Serpent Mound crypto-explosion structure, a disturbed area of land approximately 4 to 8 miles across. The origin of this structure is debated, but a leading theory posits it was formed by a meteorite impact hundreds of millions of years ago. This cataclysmic impact would have fractured the bedrock deep beneath the surface, creating unusual geological formations and possibly concentrating certain rare minerals. This is where the theories take a decidedly extraterrestrial turn. Some proponents of ancient alien intervention have seized upon this meteoritic connection. One of the sensational theories frequently mentioned is the alleged presence of iridium nearby. Iridium is an element rare in Earth's crust, but significantly more common in meteorites. The theory suggests that extraterrestrial visitors might have been drawn to this impact site precisely because of such scarce elements. Could they have been mining iridium or other valuable resources, perhaps to fuel their spacecraft or for other advanced technological necessities? If so, the Serpent Mound's construction assumes an entirely new, startling meaning. Was it a marker, clearly visible from above, pinpointing this resource-rich location? A cosmic X marking the spot for interstellar prospectors? The History Channel's Ancient Aliens series, for instance, has explored this very notion, suggesting the Serpent Mound could have served as a landmark for extraterrestrials engaged in mining operations for fuel. The idea of ancient Ohio as an alien refueling station is certainly provocative. What if the local Native American populations weren't merely passive observers, but were perhaps influenced, directed, or even assisted by these starfaring visitors in constructing the mound? Could the vanished villagers represent a society that interacted intimately with these beings, their culture forever altered, or maybe even relocated after the aliens departed? This theory attempts to explain several puzzling aspects simultaneously. The mound's essential aerial perspective, its location directly over a significant geological anomaly, and the perceived advanced knowledge of its builders. The argument often implies that such a monumental and precisely aligned structure was beyond the capabilities of the local indigenous populations without some form of external guidance or technological assistance. Other anomalies are sometimes cited to bolster these claims. Reports of unusual magnetic disturbances around the mound, allegedly causing compasses to malfunction, are frequently brought up. Could these be lingering effects of the ancient impact, or perhaps, as some theorists suggest, remnants of advanced technology once operational at the site? The plateau itself is composed of dolomite, a type of limestone that, under some speculative interpretations, might behave as a semiconductor of electricity. Could the mound have been designed to attract or harness telluric energies, or even atmospheric electricity like lightning, for some unknown, extraordinary purpose? These theories, while far from mainstream scientific acceptance, tap into a deep human fascination with the unknown and the tantalizing possibility of ancient contact. They reframe the lost settlements not merely as a consequence of historical processes, but as a potential outcome of an extraordinary, unearthly encounter. The lack of definitive records from the builders themselves, the profound silence that veils their ultimate fate, and the precise origin of their monumental creation leaves fertile ground for such speculations to flourish. The Earth itself, scarred by ancient impact and meticulously shaped by human hands, seems to hold its breath, guarding secrets of cosmic encounters and a mysterious, perhaps extraterrestrial agenda. The vanished hands that built the Serpent Mound may indeed have been guided by forces we are only now beginning to dare to imagine. This is where our investigation truly plunges into the unknown, where conventional explanations begin to fray and the genuinely mind-bending theories ignite. Could the Great Serpent Mound of Ohio, in all its enigmatic glory, be more than a mere testament to ancient human skill and spiritual fervor? Could it in fact be a relic of direct extraterrestrial intervention, a deliberate construction guided by intelligences not of this earth? This is the central assertion of ancient astronaut theorists, a claim that radically reframes the mound not as a purely indigenous spiritual monument, but as a component of a much grander and far more mysterious alien agenda. The why is the most compelling and elusive question. If alien architects were involved, what was their ultimate purpose? As we've touched upon, one potent theory centers on resources. The Serpent Mound's strategic location atop an ancient impact crater, potentially rich in rare elements like iridium, is pivotal to this hypothesis. Imagine advanced beings traversing the cosmic void, their sophisticated ships requiring specific, hard-to-find materials for fuel or critical repairs. Earth, a relatively primitive planet in their sophisticated eyes, becomes a potential interstellar pit stop. The Serpent Mound, then, transforms into an enormous, unmistakable marker, a beacon, clearly visible from orbit, signaling valuable resources located here. Its serpentine form, so distinct, so utterly unlike natural geological features, would serve as an unmissable signpost in an otherwise unremarkable landscape when viewed from a celestial vantage point. This alien mining operation theory suggests a practical, almost industrial, objective. The local Native American populations in this scenario might have been observed, perhaps cautiously interacted with, or even employed or guided in the construction of this massive marker. Perhaps their own existing serpent mythologies were conveniently adopted or subtly influenced by the visitors to align with their needs, creating a shared symbol that served both human spiritual expression and alien logistical requirements. The vanished villagers could then be interpreted as a culture whose trajectory was irrevocably altered by this contact. Their settlements perhaps abandoned or relocated once the alien agenda was fulfilled, and the celestial visitors departed. But what if the plan was far more complex than simply extracting resources? Consider the intricate astronomical alignments. While ancient humans were undoubtedly skilled and patient skywatchers, ancient astronaut theorists often contend that the precision and complexity of such alignments, especially in a structure of this colossal scale, hint at a more advanced, perhaps off-world understanding of cosmic mechanics. Could the Serpent Mound have been an integral part of a global network of astronomically aligned sites, a sort of terrestrial grid established by extraterrestrial visitors for navigation, interstellar communication, or even potent energy manipulation? The concept of a mysterious agenda implies a purpose that currently lies beyond our comprehension. Perhaps the mound wasn't merely a marker for resources, but a crucial piece in a much larger, planet-spanning system. Was it an energy resonator, ingeniously designed to interact with Earth's natural geomagnetic fields, or the crypto-explosion structure deep beneath it, for reasons entirely unknown to us? Some fringe theories even propose that such sites could be tuned to specific cosmic frequencies, perhaps for interstellar communication, or even as gateways for advanced travel, portals to other dimensions, as some New Age interpretations provocatively suggest. The very shape of the serpent appearing to swallow an egg, or perhaps the sun, is also ripe for extraterrestrial interpretation. Beyond earthly symbolism of fertility, rebirth, or cosmic cycles, could it represent a celestial event of profound significance to these otherworldly visitors? Perhaps the egg symbolized their home world, or a particular planetary alignment crucial to their navigation systems or their understanding of the universe. The serpent, a nearly universal symbol of wisdom, power, and eternity, could have been a representation of the visitors themselves, or the cosmic forces they commanded. The conspicuous lack of artifacts within the mound itself takes on a new, intriguing significance in this light. If the structure was built under alien guidance for a specific, perhaps technological purpose, then earthly offerings or human burials might have been deemed irrelevant or even disruptive to its function. Its emptiness could, in fact, be a crucial clue to its non-human-centric purpose. Ancient astronaut theorists frequently pose the question, why would ancient peoples, presumably engaged in a daily struggle for survival, invest such enormous back-breaking effort into constructing something so massive and abstract unless there was a powerful external impetus? While this perspective arguably downplays the well-documented spiritual and societal motivations of indigenous cultures, it forms a key pillar of the alien architect argument. The theory suggests that the knowledge required to build such structures, the sophisticated geometry, the precise surveying techniques, the advanced astronomical understanding, was a gift or an instruction imparted by these celestial visitors. The mysterious agenda could also encompass objectives of observation or even subtle manipulation. Were these alien visitors cosmic anthropologists, dispassionately studying nascent civilizations? Was the Serpent Mound a kind of landing pad or designated contact point, established for periodic visits or ongoing monitoring? The local legends of some Native American tribes, which sometimes speak of sky people or powerful beings descending from above, are often invoked in this context, though interpretations vary wildly and necessitate careful, respectful consideration. The disappearance or transformation of the original building cultures viewed through this framework might not be a simple case of historical ebb and flow. Could it be that their proximity to or interaction with such advanced beings precipitated a societal upheaval, a cultural quantum leap, or even a deliberate relocation or ascension narrative, leaving behind only cryptic clues like the magnificent Serpent Mound? The truly out there theory, then, is that the Serpent Mound is not just an ancient Native American earthwork, but a profound chapter in a hidden history of our planet, a history deeply intertwined with visitors from the distant stars. Its serpentine coils don't just represent earthly power or celestial cycles, they symbolize an alien intelligence, an otherworldly purpose, and an agenda that continues to elude our full understanding, challenging us to look beyond the accepted narratives and consider the truly extraordinary. The architects may have been ancient, but their origins, some passionately believe, were not of this world. If Ohio's Great Serpent Mound were merely an isolated anomaly, a single baffling puzzle, then theories of alien involvement might remain confined to the far fringes of speculation. But proponents of ancient alien theories argue vociferously that it's far from unique. Instead, they contend it's part of a discernible global pattern. Ancient sites scattered across the world exhibiting seemingly advanced knowledge, inexplicable construction methodologies, and profoundly mysterious purposes. When viewed through this lens, the Serpent Mound becomes another crucial piece in a vast planetary enigma that hints at a shared, forgotten chapter of our collective past, a chapter possibly penned by visitors from the stars. Consider the advanced knowledge argument. The precise astronomical alignments of the Serpent Mound, its unwavering gaze towards the summer solstice sunset, its potential links to lunar cycles and other significant celestial events, are frequently presented as compelling proof of a highly sophisticated understanding of the cosmos. To some, this level of precision seems incongruous with the presumed technological level of its builders. Ancient astronaut theorists persistently ask, how did these ancient cultures acquire such precise astronomical data and the sophisticated engineering skills required to translate it into a massive earthwork stretching over a quarter of a mile long? While archaeologists meticulously document how indigenous peoples were indeed capable of keen, sustained observation and monumental acts of construction, the alien hypothesis offers an alternative, provocative source for this knowledge. It was imparted, a technological or scientific transfer from more advanced extraterrestrial civilizations. This doesn't necessarily imply that aliens physically moved the Earth themselves. Instead, they might have provided the blueprint, the complex calculations, the crucial understanding of celestial mechanics that empowered the local population to realize the grand design. The Serpent Mound, in this interpretation, stands as a testament not just to human labor, but to alien intellect. This line of reasoning gains significant traction when you draw parallels with other enigmatic sites around the globe. The Nazca lines in Peru, those colossal geoglyphs, bafflingly visible in their entirety only from the air, are a classic example. Much like the Serpent Mound, their true purpose remains hotly debated, and their requisite aerial perspective fuels persistent theories of alien communication or observation. Similarly, massive stone structures such as Stonehenge in England, with its complex solar and lunar alignments, or the Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt, with their mind-boggling precision and profound astronomical connections, are often invoked. Could these marvels, scattered across diverse continents, separated by vast oceans and distinct cultures, all point to a common off-world influence? Was there a global curriculum shared by ancient alien visitors, instructing humanity on the cosmos and how to construct monuments in its honor, or perhaps for their own inscrutable reasons? The argument frequently revolves around the assertion that the complexity and sheer scale of such sites are beyond what people of that era were believed to be capable of, at least without some form of external assistance. This is a delicate point, as it can inadvertently diminish the incredible, well-documented achievements of ancient human cultures. However, for believers in the ancient alien theory, it's a vital connecting thread. They might argue that while indigenous peoples were undoubtedly capable of astonishing feats, the specific type of knowledge, particularly complex astronomy, advanced mathematics seemingly embedded within the structures, or the ability to quarry and transport multi-ton stones using purportedly basic tools, hints at a guiding, more technologically sophisticated hand. The mysterious agenda we explored earlier echoes profoundly in these global parallels. If the Serpent Mound served as a marker for resources or an energy node, were other sites part of the same interconnected planet-wide network? Were aliens systematically establishing a series of outposts or beacons across Earth for purposes of navigation, communication, or resource exploitation? The visual evidence, though highly subjective and open to interpretation, often involves searching for similarities in design motifs, construction techniques, or astronomical orientations across these disparate sites. What's more, the very depiction of serpent or dragon-like creatures is found in countless ancient cultures worldwide, often linked with creation myths, profound wisdom, immense power, or significant celestial events. Could this almost universal symbol be an echo of a shared primordial encounter with beings, or perhaps advanced craft, that were perceived as serpentine or dragon-like? Or, if the visitors were reptilian in appearance, as some more speculative and controversial theories suggest, could these global serpent myths be a distorted, collective memory of their presence? So, the grand narrative builds. The Serpent Mound isn't merely an Ohio mystery, it's a significant data point in a global phenomenon of unexplained ancient achievements. The vanished builders of the Serpent Mound find their counterparts in the lost civilizations, often invoked in connection with other ancient wonders around the world. The knowledge they possessed, the techniques they employed, seem to manifest with a sophistication that, to some observers, defies slow, localized development, suggesting instead a sudden infusion of advanced understanding. This supporting speculation doesn't rely on hard, undeniable proof, but rather on a compelling pattern of anomalies, on a series of persistent what-ifs that, when woven together, create a fascinating, though admittedly controversial tapestry. The argument posits that while any single site might eventually be explained by conventional archaeology, though debates often endure for decades, the cumulative total of these global mysteries points towards something far more extraordinary. The Serpent Mound, with its precise celestial gaze, its immense scale, and the enduring enigma of its true purpose, stands as a powerful American contribution to this global dossier of the unexplained. It challenges us to consider that our past may be far stranger and more intimately connected with the cosmos than we currently dare to believe. The echoes are undeniably there, in the earth, in the ancient stones, in the enduring myths. Echoes that whisper of ancient alien architects and a grand, still unfolding cosmic drama. So what do you think? Is the Serpent Mound a purely human creation, a testament to the incredible ingenuity and spiritual depth of Native American cultures? Or do its lingering mysteries hint at something more? Something from far beyond our world? Let us know your theories and thoughts in the comments below. And if you're finding this journey into the unexplained as fascinating as we are, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our next exploration of ancient mysteries and cosmic questions. The Great Serpent Mound of Ohio continues to guard its ancient secrets with an almost tangible, brooding silence. It has witnessed centuries, perhaps even millennia, of changing skies, shifting landscapes, and the inexorable rise and fall of human cultures. Mainstream archaeology, through meticulous research and rigorous scientific analysis, offers plausible explanations for its construction, crediting it to the remarkable Edina or Fort Ancient Peoples, or perhaps a sophisticated combination of both. Their theories speak of sophisticated astronomical knowledge, profound spiritual beliefs, and immense community effort, a powerful testament to the rich and complex cultural heritage of Native America. Yet the puzzling, almost provocative qualities of the serpent, its sheer, breathtaking scale, its precise and complex astronomical alignments, its design that is best appreciated, if not exclusively understood, from a significant altitude, and its enigmatic location within an ancient impact crater, continue to fuel a more extraordinary, and for some, more compelling narrative. The theories of ancient alien architects, of a structure built not just for earthly eyes but as a deliberate message to the stars, or as a functional marker for extraterrestrial visitors with a profoundly mysterious agenda, simply refuse to fade away. These ideas, while currently lacking definitive, irrefutable scientific proof, tap into a primal human sense of wonder and a deep-seated desire to connect our own origins with the vast unknown cosmos. While we may never know with absolute certainty the full and complete story of the Great Serpent Mound, its enduring power lies in its uncanny ability to make us question, to explore the boundaries of possibility, and to imagine. Was it a sophisticated astronomical calendar, a sacred symbol of powerful Earth spirits, a monument to a celestial event, or perhaps a landing beacon for visitors from another world? Perhaps the truth incorporates elements we haven't even conceived of yet. The Great Serpent Mound remains a profound and captivating mystery, an earthen riddle coiled enigmatically upon the Ohio hills. It stands as an undeniable monument to ancient peoples and their incredible capabilities. But for some, it's also a haunting echo of a possible encounter, a lingering question mark left behind by those who perhaps came from the distant stars. What do you see when you look at its ancient silent form? A human masterpiece born of earthly reverence, or an alien message etched into the landscape? The serpent waits, its secrets held tight, for future generations to ponder and perhaps, one day, to finally understand.